Let us understand different parts of the human eye. There is very thin transparent cover on the human eye, and that is called as cornea. So here we have cornea. This is the transparent cover. Okay. So this is cornea. The light enters the eye through it. Maximum amount of the incident ray is refracted inside the eye at the outer surface of this cornea. Okay. Now just behind this cornea you have the dark flashy screen. This is called as iris. Okay, just behind this was the outer part, transparent part, cornea, and here this part is called as the iris. Now the color of the iris is different for different people. Some are having the black eyes, some are having the cat eyes, right? So what is that color? Brown colored eyes or blue colored eyes? This is due to the color of this iris. Okay. Now the next part which we are going to see is a small hole at the center of the iris. Can you see this small hole at the center of the iris? Yes. So this part is nothing but the pupil. It is a small of changing diameter. Okay. So in the center part of the iris you have the pupil. You must have seen that so small two circles are there inside your eyes. The bigger circle is nothing but the iris and the smaller circle is nothing but the pupil. Now this pupil controls the amount of eye light which is entering to this your eye. If the light falling on your eye is too bright, suppose you are observing the sunlight directly at suppose 12 o'clock, the pupil contract, and if the light is dim, right in the night when the light goes, it widens. Okay, so on the surface of the iris there is a bulge of transparent layers, and there is a double convex transparent crystalline lens behind just people. You can see this part I am talking about now. Okay, this is nothing but our lens. So this is what is the lens. So we have the double convex lens just behind the pupil. The lens provides small adjustment of the focal length to focus the image. The lens creates real and inverted image of an object on the screen inside the eyes. Now this screen is made up of the light sensitive cells, and that is called as retina. So here we have the retina. I'll just repeat this part, children. Here through the lens we are getting the image. So I'll just draw the object and explain you. Suppose this is one object. Okay. Here through the lens the image is created here on the retina. This part I just changed the color. So here you are going to get the image. And how is the image form, you know? It will be this way. It is inverted. Yes, children, it's a fact that we are getting the inverted image. But what happens is Children, this screen na, it is made up of the light sensitive cells. Okay, this retina is made up of the light sensitive cells. This cells gets excited when the light falls on them and it generates the electrical signals, and this signals conveys the message to brain through the optical nerve, and then so it goes to brain. Okay, from this retina the message is sent to the brain, and the brain then analyzes this signals and convert that ulta ka sulta. That means now the human being which the picture which has drawn, you will understand in this manner, though the image was created this way. Okay, though the image was created in this way, again brain converts from ulta ka sulta. So I'll repeat. On the retina, you are getting inverted image, sends the message to this optical nerves. Brain converts ulta ka sulta. That means the human being will be as it is seen. Okay, so this is the entire process how we are seeing, perceiving any of the object. Is this part clear? Okay. So while seeing any object at a large and infinite distance, the lens of the eye becomes flat and the focal length increases. Okay. And while you wanted to see the nearby object, the lens becomes more round. Okay. See now, more round in shape. Now here how it was? It was flat because the long distance object, suppose you wanted to see the stars, so this is how the position of the lens becomes. Here you have the muscles, the ciliary muscles are there which contracts or relaxes this lens. Okay, so we have the god gifted lens which can increase and decrease the focal length, and if you have the nearby object, the lens becomes round in shape and the focal length decreases. And this is how we can see the nearby object. Clear this much? Now the capacity of the lens to change the focal length as per the, so when you have the far large distance, infinite distance, the lens becomes flat. When the nearby object, the lens becomes round. This all capacity of the lens to change the focal length as per the need is called as the power of accommodation. Okay, so we can change the focal length, but children, we also have some limitation. Huh? Though we have the elastic lens, but then too we can change its focal length. We can increase and decrease to certain limit. We cannot go to beyond that limit. Okay, and that is why some of the people wear the specs. And if हम लोग exact सब कर सकते तो then why there was a need of the spectacles and the different lenses. So the minimum distance of an object for a normal eye at which it is seen clearly is without any stress is called as the minimum distance of distinct vision, and that is nothing but 25 centimeter. Okay, so whenever you are reading at that time at least keep 25 centimeter का distance, roughly एक बड़ी scale जितना, that much distance you are going to keep, huh? So that you can read the things without giving any stress. Now children, can you tell me how much till what distance we are able to see our normal human eye? What is the farthest distance? Can anyone tell that? Children, we are able to see till the infinite distance. Okay, minimum distance of clear vision is 25 centimeter. But you can see the moons and stars. Huh? They are too very much large distance, huh? So kilometers and kilometers away from us. But then too we are able to see it, isn't it? So far point of our eye is nothing but the infinity. Clear? Okay. So that's